There's poor people. There's rich people. The difference between them is a single choice. By the end of the video, I'll shed light on how you can make the choice to get filthy rich. Most influencers will lie to you. They'll try to sell you their shit courses. They'll make their riches off you with advice that isn't tailored to you. They'll use highly edited videos with expensive cars, buzzwords, and try to convince you that after you give them money, you'll start your journey to success. I'm not like those other people. Let's get right into it. Number 1. The grind. The person earning $14 an hour can out-earn the person making 18. It's all about how many hours you spend getting paid. Starting with the bottom of the barrel jobs, you can still earn enough money to not only get by, but exceed the average person's earnings. There's many famously successful people in the world who attribute some of their success due to their extreme work ethic, putting in more time than others are willing to. Elon Musk slept in his office for months during the early stages of Tesla. He coined the phrase, burning the midnight oil, which meant spending your time working beyond the norm, deep into the night. Activity is generally the first requirement in becoming successful. If you spend an average of 40 hours working a week doing what everyone else is doing, why would you expect anything other than average results? Number 2. Seek opportunities. When I was young, I started my first job at 11 as a paperboy. This didn't fall in my lap. I had to convince my parents that I was responsible enough to hold a job. After that, I had the nearly insurmountable task to convince the local newspaper to give a chance to someone who's very young without any work experience. Most people, including Timmy, the prince of soy boys, would think that being 11 means he would need to wait until he was older to get a job. He would be wrong. There's so many ways to be creative and earn an income, but he will never be able to see it. Thinking outside the box isn't a phrase Timmy knows. Fortunately, for both Timmy and everyone else, there will always be a need for career janitors. Another point, just because you land the highest paying job you've ever had, it doesn't mean you stop looking for greater opportunities and become content. That's how you become middle class. Did you click on this video to be average? I didn't think so. We're not stopping until you're at the top. Number 3. Investing. When I use the term investing, most of you will think of one thing: stocks. Maybe a savings account. You wouldn't be wrong to think this way. In fact, once you begin to amass small amounts of wealth, obtaining interest on your money is one of the key principles in becoming filthy rich. However, without substantial money to invest, interest will generate next to nothing for you. Like they say, it takes money to make money. To get to the point where you're making more in interest than you're spending, you need to invest in the biggest and best asset you can: yourself. That doesn't mean waste thousands of dollars on suits to go to interviews. You can rent a suit. It also doesn't mean work to pay for a bachelor's degree if it's not a strict requirement for what you want to do. If you copy what everyone else does, you will always be the average Timmy. You will be a failure in your own eyes. When I talk about investing, I mean spend the time to keep your body healthy. Spend the money that you need in order to get a consistent home, even if it's with roommates. Bet on yourself. If it comes to it, trust that any investment into your future has the best chance because you are in control of yourself. For instance, get the best quality written resume and headshot photo. This will pay dividends. Also, recognize that your time is worth actual dollars. To learn a difficult skill without a tutor, or to learn a skill you won't use often, is not only a waste of time, it's a waste of money. To succeed with my advice, not only do you need to become disciplined, willing to work long hours, you need to be able to save the money you're earning to invest. You hear about all these lottery winners who are deadbeat broke Timmies in a few years after they blow their money with no sustainable income. Earning money is nearly as important as being able to save it. Once you find something that works well, something that you truly believe can become a money-making powerhouse, it's time to replicate it, doing it over and over, slowly optimizing and making it better, faster, more efficient. Once you create a refined money printing machine, money will not be an object. The only thing you'll be looking for at that point is more time. Speaking of time, it's time for me to remind you to like and subscribe to my channel if you think I'm providing you value. And to answer how to choose becoming rich over poor, the answer is following a set of standard, well thought out rules you set for yourself without fail. My general rules are laid out here and can be a basis for your own. I encourage you to use what works for you, but to emulate those who've had success in the past first. Learn from the experience of others, from their mistakes to their triumphs. I have many more ideas I'll share in the future. With that said, this will be the first of many videos on money. Until then, don't forget to ring the bell and comment letting me know what piece of advice you found the most helpful. And as usual, control, dominate, conquer.